Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm your boy Thomas B, back again with another episode of Bout The Business. And on today, man, I just want to ask you all a question. Simple question, really simple, but I don't think we think about it enough. What if you get fired? Think about it. Like, what if you get fired? If you are a responsible human being, adult, you most likely make a monthly budget. So if you up and get fired tomorrow, like think about it. Well, like how much would that throw off your budget? If there wasn't no government assistance or whatnot, like how much would that throw you off? Like even waiting on government assistance, it still throws your budget off. You still be behind and may not make up your bills until you find another job. So like, what if you get fired? And I don't think we think about that question enough because I just don't think that I just really don't think we think about that question enough. Um, that's one of the reasons why I started what I'm starting now. This my business, my podcast, my other businesses, all the stuff that I got going because I really thought hard about that question, and I actually went through that. I had money saved up enough to sustain me for a little while, but I was working. It was running low. I started working for this one company on time every day, like on time every day, never late, um, never complaining about how long we have to work. I was actually a line leader. I was running it, running the line. Like I was doing my thing. Was supposed to get hired after 3 months, after the 90 days, because it was a temp service, and the line that I was running, um, like I think it was like two or three people on the line. It was slow. We didn't have too much work. I was working. I was sweeping, trying to clean up the area because I'm always moving. And the two people, they was like standing around. And the big boss came by and said, "Fire the whole line." And they fired the whole line because he seen two or three people standing around, even the line leader, which was myself. And I'm like, that's messed up. These people they don't care what you got going on. They don't care if you got family to support. They don't care if you got a budget. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is they self and what they got going on. And it is what it is. I mean, but when I got fired, it messed up my schedule. It messed up my bills. It messed up how I had stuff planned to get paid. It just messed it up. So I'm asking you that same question because I want you to come to this same resolution. I want you to come to the same point to where I was at and where I'm at now is to start your own business. Start your own stream of income where if you lose your job for whatever reason, you could be doing everything right and the people can just up and fire you and it messes your life up. Some people don't even recover after they lose their job. Some people don't even recover after they spent years and years on a job thinking that they're gonna retire from this job and they then just bought a house and did all this other stuff with their money and still relying and counting on this job, but the big boss come in. You late one too many times because of personal issues, personal business. They don't care about that personal business. A lot of jobs, they just don't care. All they care about is what you bringing in and what you bringing in on the table. As soon as that slack off or slack down for whatever reason, you can have a really valid reason why you're not up to the standard you was at. Say, for example, me, I'm usually never late for work, and I'm like I don't never care about working because you need the money. You need the money to pay bills. So I never care about working overtime. I'm saying I work one day from I think it was like 5:30 in the morning at my job, all the way till like 8:30 at night, and then the next day I put in um, like 14 hours, and I still got the cleaning business, right? So after I get off working at the job, working all this overtime, I have to get off and make sure apartment's clean and make sure other stuff is done, because that's my business. I have to make sure that's good. So I'm working hard. Like I work hard at my jobs, and I recently, about 5 months ago, I had another baby. My wife had another baby, and I'm still doing, jobs. I'm still working my regular job, and I have to um, still do my business. And on top of that, my health. I used to have migraines a whole lot, and like it was unbearable. Like I couldn't even work. At one point, I had to keep going home, and the doctor said they don't know what it was, but they said maybe high blood pressure, maybe because my blood pressure was a little bit on the high end. So they told me I need to lose some weight and run and get more healthier. So I run in the morning, like early in the morning, because I just don't have the time to do it throughout the day sometimes. So like my body just was like real exhausted, real tired, and I was being late for work like a couple days in a row. Not late like hours late, not even a whole hour late. I was probably late maybe first couple times, like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. And my supervisor come telling me like I can't be late no more and all that. If I be late again, have to suspend me for 2 days. It is what it is. It is what it is. When you're working for other people, that just what comes with it. And I wasn't tripping about it too much. But I was late again, and he was like, "Well, you remember what I told you last time and all that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I remember, man. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, I'm not mad at you or nothing like that." And he was like, "Do you care?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I care." Now he think that I don't care because I always say, "Well, I got my own business, playing or whatnot, with my other little guy that I work with," and he think that I don't care. But whether I got my own business or not, if I have my own business and I'm still working here at this job, obviously I need this job for whatever. So he talking about, well, you don't care because you got your own business. But long story short, man, these people, they don't care. They'll suspend you. They'll write you up. They don't care what you have going on. Even if you got just had a baby and you got to wake up in the middle of the night, keep an eye on your kids, and then work your, inspired to have your own business, not working for somebody else for the rest of your life. They don't care about none of that. Only thing they care about is doing what they do and having what they have, and they just really don't care. So, I mean, my point being with everything is just that, like, what if you get fired? Because the people really don't care about you. They don't care about what you have going on. So what if you get fired and you can't support your family? Like, what then? So my point being with all that is like create you some stream of income. My way with creating me a stream of income was first starting my cleaning business, which is Squeaky Clean LLC, and I do cleaning. I do apartment, residential. I do commercial cleaning. Like I created me a stream, income stream, where if my job up and fire me for whatever reason, then I have something that I built to fall back on. See, right now, the majority of people that is relying on other businesses and other companies to support them financially, to support their family, like I just can't do it. Like I can't rely on another man to dictate if I'm gonna be able to feed my children or not, put clothes on my baby back, or have a roof over my family head. Like I can't do it. And I just want you all to come to that mind of thinking of that. Like at least think about it. Like what if you get fired? What if you relying on this income? Is the holiday time? You relying on your kids looking for gifts, and you promise them you're gonna get them a certain gift, and you don't want to break your kids' heart, or birthday coming around. You don't want to break their kids' heart, but your job up and fire you. You know you have to pay bills, but something gotta shake. So that means you ain't gonna be able to get your kids that toy that they want, that game that they want. I just want you all to think about that because the show is about business, and we talk about business, talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about development, we talk about growth, and I want that part to grow with you all. I want your mind to grow from thinking that this is all you can get. This is all that's offered to you. We have so many ways to make more money, to make more, to have more. But if you keep in your mind that this is it, like I have to work for a company, I have to work for somebody else to be able to support my family, like that's really a sad way of living. Because what if they up and fire you? What if you get fired tomorrow? Then you can't support your family. You can't take care of your kids the way that you need to take care of it. And yeah, you're a hustler. You can go out there on the streets and do whatever. Now you're taking a chance of going to jail and never seeing your kids again. Go out there, shake your tail, and be a bad example for your daughters and your son. Like, just think about it. What if you up and get fired tomorrow? Because to me, that's not a good life to live. To worry about if you're gonna be able to take care of your kids or not. So my advice is to come to this realization that the people are not necessarily here for you. Even if you have a friend, I got my boy hired at McDonald's. McDonald's was one of my first jobs, one of my first job, but I still had to get a worker's permit to work at the job. And about maybe a year, 2 years later, I got my homeboy working there with me. And I'm the manager at the point, and they playing around and they doing whatever they doing. And I'm like, man, y'all better get serious, man. I'm telling them, because I'm like, I got to write you up because y'all tripping. Orders not coming out, I got to write you up. But I had to do what my boss tell me to do. Even though these my friends, my boys, my homies or whatnot, if you're not doing the job that you are hired to do, then I'm your boy. I have to write you up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is when you work for somebody else. Your job is always on the line. And I just want you to come to that point in your mind that let's stop relying on other people. Rely on yourself. Rely on building you something yourself. Don't let your kids' future be in somebody else's hand with you can't get your kids what they want to get. You want to put your kids in a better school, but you forced to stay in a bad environment, going to a bad school, putting your kids in a bad school, the same bad school that you went to when you was a kid and had hard times with. And you're forced to do this because you are working for somebody else that if they up and fire you, then you shout. You don't have nothing else. And I just want you all to just think about that because, like I said, what I did, I created me another source of income. And if you keep creating different sources of income, you'll never have to depend on anybody else to support your family. To that if they don't, if you up and get fired or whatever the case may be, that you can't get your kids or do right by your family. And as a man, I can speak as a man. I'm talking about a real man. I ain't talking about a bum or them people that out there that don't even care about their family. I ain't talking about a deadbeat that's out here got kids everywhere and you not doing anything for your kids. A real man supports his family, take care of his family, and do whatever it takes to make sure him and his family have what they need. And I say what they need, not just what they want, what they need to survive and get to where they need to get. So, that's what a real man do. That's what a real man do, and I'm a real man. I have to say that I created this because I don't want to have to rely on somebody else to sign my check every month to be able to, pay, make sure food is on my kids' table, on the table for the kids. I don't want to have to do that. Like I said, I created this company, Squeaky Clean, and other sources of income. Like even if you decided that you want to sell cookies, which is one of the things I'm gonna be doing next year. My wife, she makes some fire homemade cookies. I'm talking about all of it, homemade. And I think back when I was doing his fundraisers, I think it was like Otis Spunkmeyer Cookies, where they sell a tub of cookies for $15 a tub. You sell the tub, like you order all the dough or whatnot, you sell the tubs, then they get back, I think 40-50% of the profit that of what you make. And I'm like, sure, I can do the same thing. Me and my wife, she can make little tubs of cookies, and I'm sure we can sell about 15 tubs of cookies in a month, and make about $100 a month. Even though that won't replace my income, that's still a little income stream where it'll take care of insurance payment, or it'll take care of something else where you have a little extra change in your pocket each month. And as you keep doing it, people know who you are, know what's going on. Then you have them faithful customers that buy from you every month and get some stuff from you every month. And there you go. Now you have a business that you're working with. I don't want to be the cookie man, but that's just something that I want to do to just have just a little bit of extra income coming in for the new year. So that's one of the things I'm going to do in the new year. But I just say that to say, like, create you an income stream. Don't rely on the companies to support you for the rest of your life. We're always going to need workers. We're always going to need people that work, and that's cool to have people that work, and it's even cool to work for people. But the point being is that even when you're working for people, you're supposed to or should inspire to do something more, to do something greater, to do something bigger. Because at the end of the day, if you work and you're not meeting demand the way that they want you to meet demand, then they can up and fire you. I work at a job at a welding company, and this other little guy, like, people complain so much, and I hate it because, like, if you don't like your job, if you think that the man this, the man that, or whatnot, then quit. Get you a different job. And then when you have that same problem at the other job that you get, and then they're going to fire you if you're not keeping up. It's the same thing. If you want to complain all day about the man or whatever, create your own income stream. Stop working for other people. Work for yourself. You become the man. Like, who is the man anyway? Like, who is the man? But anyway, I ain't going to get on that tip. But yeah, man, just create your own income stream and have something for yourself, because you don't want to rely on other people to for you to have to put food on your table and all that stuff. Like, and I can't say it enough, because we need this, especially for our community. East St. Louis, I know, I'm from East St. Louis. If you haven't been watching me, haven't been keeping up with me, you know what I'm about. I'm about supporting my family where they're not in need or want for anything. They can get what they need whenever they need it. So that's what I'm trying to do, to build. And my second objective is to build back up, clean back up, and make this city, East St. Louis, a better place to live at, to be at. Like, since I was younger, my dream always was to become an entrepreneur so I can build back up this city. And that's what I'm doing. I'm creating businesses and creating things where I can be able to support my city, my family, myself, and the people that I love. And that's what I'm about. So I guess I just want to leave you all with that question. I want you all to think about that. Like, for real, think about it. What if you get fired? And it may not be something that you thinking about hard right now. You may think about it just a little bit and then say, yeah, whatever, I'm good. But there's always a chance that you get fired. You can't be fired if you the one that's doing the firing. Is this something, if you build a company ground up and this is your company, your baby, you can't fire yourself. Can't nobody fire you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why even deal with that? So all I'm saying is that I want you all to think about that. I want you to think seriously about that, because my wish, my hope for you all is to become entrepreneurs. And I'm here on this podcast, on this show, this YouTube, and all the other podcast platforms, trying to let you all know how to start your own business, how I did it, and how I want you all to do it. And if you have any questions at all, like, I'm always willing to answer questions to help you all start your business, from how to file the paperwork, from what do this mean on the paperwork, that mean on the paperwork, like, how did I get this building that I'm in, how did I go about renting the space, how did I go about learning the trade. Like, any question that you have, like, I'm here to answer it, because I want for you all to have that income stream where you're not worrying about other people, not worrying about what other people got. You only worrying about your family. You're worrying about what's best for your family, your community, and people in your community. That's what I want for you all. So that's what this is all about. Like, building something. You already know we talk about business on this podcast. So anything about business, let's get to it, man. Let's just kill the excuses and let's get it. Y'all know my saying. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you all with that. If you don't know, if you're listening to this on podcast, please head over to my YouTube. YouTube is the same as this one, Bout The Business. Head on over to my YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to any one of my videos. I have different content on my YouTube. It will let you know a little bit more about what I'm doing, all the different projects that I have, my thought about entrepreneurship, investing in yourself. Like, it show you a little bit more of what I'm doing. And I have a whole lot more coming real soon. So check that out. And yeah, do that. Check me out on my YouTube. Check me out on all the podcast platforms. I'm on Google Play, Spotify. Man, so many podcast platforms that I'm on. You all can just catch me on that. And most definitely look into Anchor FM. Check me out on Anchor FM. Next year I have a scholarship program that I want to get started. And if you all want to help support that, go to Anchor FM, check me out. I have a spot where you can help me build up the funds that's needed for that program that I got going, for the scholarship program that I have going. So yeah, do that. And check me out on my social medias. All my information will be in the description box below. So check me out on there. And you already know. Again, this is Bout The Business. I'm going to catch up with you later. And don't forget to think about what I just said, my question that I asked you at the beginning. What if you get fired? Because entrepreneurship is not a curse. Like, become an entrepreneur, like a real entrepreneur, where you bringing in money and you don't have to wait for other people to support you. You can support yourself, you can support your family, and do what you need. So yeah, get with me. Mahalo.